today I'm actually hosting the main stage on Befit, so I'm bringing on all the personal trainers and having little Q&As with them and sort of, looking after all the guests and everything. And I'm doing that across the 3 days.
Well, I'm actually launching a women's sportswear brand at the end of May. So being here with all these lovely women is the best exposure I could get for the brand.
I work at Protein World within the nutritional department and marketing. I've worked for a long time training women mainly, and I've kind of learned a lot over the years about what kind of exercises help to burn fat fast.
So Gusto is the originator for delivering fresh ingredients specific to a recipe to your door. So it's all measured out for you, it's all fresh from our local farmers community, and all you need to do is cook it and then enjoy eating it.
I founded this company along with my brother, and we've both worked in the medical industry, and we found that with our company it's ideal for women that are on the go, who have a busy lifestyle, just actually encouraging women to eat much more healthier.
For me, women's health is super important. So first of all, I'm 46, right? I know, don't say it. Really? No, I don't look, I do. Yeah, no, I'm 46 and I'm pregnant actually, to be honest with you. And I think one of the main reasons why I've never really had problems in that area, okay, obviously people can have things that are biologically wrong with them that can make it difficult, but I think if you look after your health, then it helps with your fertility, it helps with everything. It keeps your body actually biologically younger. And I think really, with all this sort of busyness around, it's just so important to look after your health. And women in particular, we're always looking after everybody else. So it's nice that we should take care of ourselves.
It's always affected my work, my menstrual cycle, if you like, and my endometriosis, what I was doing previously. So with this, setting up this company gave me a focus into kind of broadening the horizons for clean eating, clean living and exercising. And that's made a massive difference in my life and impact as well.
It doesn't really, because I don't really have full-on periods.
When I have my period, I have to be honest, I am a little bit forgetful. And one of my main jobs is I present a show on the BBC, and it's a radio show, it's a health show. And I sometimes find that I just become, with the controls, sometimes every now and again I look at the desk and say, what am I doing? Literally, I almost have a brain fog of complete forgetfulness. I have no idea what I'm doing. And it only lasts for a few seconds, and then I'm back on it. But by that time, on radio, you've made a lot of mistakes.
So I got involved in women's hormones because I have a double degree with honours in clinical nutrition and exercise science. So I was always really interested in this, but actually I was an international athlete, so I competed for my home country, New Zealand. I live in London now, and I always struggled because I was always much heavier than a lot of my competitors, and I came under a lot of scrutiny from that. And really it wasn't until I then went back and studied functional medicine and endocrinology that I realised that actually hormones were actually the bigger part to play in weight control, and they are actually the main controller of our weight. Calories are a minor controller. So our menstrual cycle is actually a really good window into our health. So we can tell so much in terms of actually what's going on at a deeper level by how women's menstrual cycle is actually affecting. So we know if we can see difficulties there. So to be healthier during our periods, I think that we really need to be cognizant about actually what our body needs, and what our body often needs during that time is a lot of replenishment and actually a lot of the nutrients and enzymes that it needs to actually rebuild that uterus lining, throughout that phase as well. So I think we just need to be really kind to our bodies. So we might be working out, doing a lot of kind of high intensity exercise, but maybe that's not quite what our body needs during that time. And it's different for different women. Some people can have that have absolutely no effects, whereas others, they get really affected by that. So I think it's really about listening to your body and understanding what you need during that time. So I think that our work is affected by a menstrual cycle if there's something going on. So periods should come and go. There should be no pain, there should be no premenstrual tension, there shouldn't be anything there. So if you're suffering from either of those and your work's suffering from it, it's generally due to that there's a deeper underlying cause or hormonal imbalance going on there. So I know that for a lot of people that probably sounds crazy that you can have periods without having pain, but actually that is the case, and for a lot of women that is real for them. But for so many, due to things like endometriosis and other hormonal issues, they're actually suffering a lot during their period. And yes, it does affect their work, and I have seen this with a lot of my patients. But I think that if we focus on actually your work being affected, we're missing a whole big picture in terms of why that woman is affected in the first place, and why her hormones and why she's suffering so much.